From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is a Tropical Weather Update.
Fred Gossage here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center on this Thursday, September 18th, 2025 with the afternoon edition of your daily tropical weather update. We still have Tropical Storm Gabrielle out into the central Atlantic that we're watching carefully. Not looking like it's a United States threat at all. It looks like it's going to be a northward moving system in the open Atlantic, but we are watching it. We're also watching the potential for a tropical wave that's rolling off Africa now to have some potential to develop into a tropical system, maybe Umberto down the line by late weekend and into next week as it moves out into the central Atlantic as well. We'll talk about both of these systems as we go forward. You see the circulation here with Gabrielle, but notice that there's not a lot of thunderstorm activity with it. You know, yesterday it looked pretty disorganized as well, and today it looks even more disorganized, but it does still have tropical characteristics. There's some tropical thunderstorm banding on the eastern side, and there is a closed low-level circulation. So despite it not looking that great at all, it does still have all the tropical characteristics that it needs to maintain that tropical storm classification because the winds still meet the criteria as well. Here's the latest advisory. As of the late morning, we'll have another advisory on it coming up at 4 p.m. Central Time. Maximum sustained winds were 50 miles per hour. So when you add the 50 mile per hour winds, because the threshold is 39 miles per hour or greater, when you add that to those thunderstorm bands on the eastern side and the low-level circulation, and it's a warm core tropical system, even though it doesn't look that good, then yes, it correctly is still being called a tropical storm. That's what it is. It just doesn't have a good structure to it. Moving west-northwest at 15, this is a temporary west-northwest turn before the expected northward turn by the weekend into early next week around the west side of the central Atlantic ridge of high pressure. Here's the latest track. It may take a while to get itself organized, but strengthening as it turns northward near or east of Bermuda and quite possibly still becoming a hurricane over the open North Atlantic. But notice this is well east of the mainland United States. Does not look like it's going to be any threat to the U.S., but we watch all systems carefully just in case. Again, high confidence with the models here. They're all in agreement on this northwest and then northward track here the next 5 to 7 days. And it's looking more like this might miss even Bermuda off to the east, being an open water fish storm, as they call it. Here's our next tropical wave rolling off the west coast of Africa now. This is the next one that has at least a low wind potential for development as we go through the weekend into early next week, but it's probably going to take a while to do that. But we will be watching things very carefully. Otherwise, looking out into the western Atlantic and the Gulf, things are quiet in terms of tropics. We have some thunderstorm development out there, but like the last couple weeks, that's tied up with frontal systems and things like that, not expecting anything tropical out of those. So Gabrielle's been ticked off the list. Next is Umberto, Imelda, Jerry, Karen, Lorenzo, Melissa, and Nestor. We'll see how far we get down the list. Our next regularly scheduled tropical weather update is tomorrow morning, Friday, September 19th at 7 a.m. Central Time with meteorologist Kelly Rawson.